Hello, Magic Tribe. Welcome back to Magic Mom Ministries, and we're here to do our Magic Love Note for today. And as you can see, I got a little message about the end of karma today. So I apologize if you cannot hear me very well. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder, but I'm starting to lose my voice. So I'm going to do my best to get through the live streams today, and thankfully I have taken Thanksgiving off, so hopefully you won't all miss me too much tomorrow. I love you. Okay, so we're going to start off today again with our Divine Wisdom deck by Neil Donald Walsh. For those of you who can see what it looks like. And these are a pretty inexpensive deck if you want just a really good reminder deck about the basic principles and the Conversations with God series. Ooh, okay, we got two this morning. Oh, I love this picture. Isn't that pretty? And this one. I don't know about you, but I want to live here. I definitely vacation there. Definitely. Okay, so let's do this one first. It says, if you are God's equal, that means nothing is being done to you, and all things are created by you. There can be no more victims and no more villains, only outcomes of your thought about a thing. I tell you this, all you see in your world is the outcome of your idea about it. Okay? That is a very true statement, and one we often have a very hard time with. The second card says, right now, in this moment, your soul has again created opportunity for you to be, do, and have what it takes to know who you really are. Your soul has brought you to the words you are reading right now, as it has brought you to the words of wisdom and truth before. What will you do now? And what will you choose to be? Ooh, love it. All right. Let's get our next card. Not sure which one I want to start out with today. Let's pull from... Let's get the Steampunk Tarot out this morning. I hope everybody is getting ready for the holiday festivities kicking off tomorrow. Those of you celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, other holidays as well. That one, that one. That one. Ooh, okay. And that one. That one too. This one right here. All right. We have an interesting lineup to start this off with. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles card, which I don't know if I can get it to. There we go. You can see the two children hiding under the table as she's weighing out things on these scales, trying to make sure that everything is balanced. Because the Six of Coins is about maintaining our financial stability enough to be able to give back. It's also about nostalgia. And then we have the Seven of Swords card. So the Seven of Swords is about feeling kind of like you have to steal away in the night, kind of, in order to make any progress. But it could be just that you're missing some part of the bigger picture. Because what comes out next is the Wheel of Fortune card yet again. So the karma wheel is definitely on the move, as I thought. And then we pull the Queen of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords. Okay, so something is really being brought to our attention today with a finality that is going to really make or break the situation, and we're going to have to really make a decision. As you can see, this queen is being helped up from her throne because it's time to now take action, and she has her hand on that sword, so she is definitely ready to cut away the things that are dragging her down, and she will brook no argument today. You shouldn't either. All right, let's move on to I'm going to pull from The Wild Unknown by Kim Krons. The Steampunk Tarot is, I want to say, Barbara Moore made that deck. Oh. The clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune card. Oh my goodness. And then I would also like clarifiers for the Queen of Swords. Those ones ended up on the floor in memento while I retrieve them. Oh goodness. Okay. All right. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune clarifiers came out as the Seven of Swords yet again, the Three of Wands, which I like to call the portal card, and the World. Okay, so we now have two wheels on the table this morning. Our clarifiers for the Queen of Swords were the Two of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so let's talk about the first ones first. We pulled the Seven of Swords again, and I love this rendition of the Seven of Swords. It just shows this little fox sitting on the bottom sword, peeking his head out, going, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready to give this one up quite yet. I think I may still have use for this sword, but I'm not quite sure what it is yet. But the fox sees the portal opening and knows that an opportunity is going to be presenting itself soon for it to take possession of its new world. And we all know that sometimes that may involve wielding our sword with force in order to make sure that none of the nasty comes back, but that also is what it is. The Queen of Swords is about picking a direction and going that way. Okay, so the Two of Swords, or the Two of Wands with the Queen of Swords, says we are definitely on the move, taking our next step in the process to get to this financial stability. Let's get some from the Everyday Witch. I want to know what our decision is between that one and those two. We have a lot of swords showing up today, you guys. So something is definitely being very definitively stopped. So the end of karma is definitely here. Here we have the Ace of Swords yet again. But I love this Ace of Swords. It shows here she has fully harnessed the power of what she is doing in her life, and in a way she is controlling her reality with it. You see all the almost look like phoenixes in the background being born of the lightning of this sword. So she is creating more awakenings by showing the power of her own. But we have to stop sticking ourselves back into this position where we feel like we're stealing away in the night like a thief. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just showing the world our truth. So make sure that you're presenting your truth to the world, because there's another message coming in of something that we're going to have to take action on. The Page of Swords has come out as well. We have a full plethora of swords on the table, you guys. We have a double from the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, we also have the Page, the Six, the Queen, all in swords. That's 7 swords cards sitting in front of me right now. All right, let's switch to the Deviant Moon Tarot. I want to get some clarifiers on all these swords cards. What is the deal with all the swords? Oh. All right. Ask and you shall receive. Here we go again. The High Priestess and the Devil. What is going on, guys? It's really not that hard to make this decision. Why do you keep choosing not loving yourself when loving yourself is being so put in your face? Maybe that's what it really is. You're having a hard time giving up this devil in order to step into your presence as the priestess. But it's time. The karmic cycle has ended. You cannot restart it. Let's see what the Affirmator deck has to say this morning. I see a definitive ending to something, but I'm having a hard time pulling out what exactly it is. Okay, so we have one bonus card. We have 2 bonus cards. Okay, so this is about perseverance. Adding more spontaneity to our lives so that we can reach our ultimate potential. All right? Let's see what perseverance says It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. It just doesn't sell a lot of posters. So the perseverance card is telling us that it's okay that right now you may be facing a little bit of struggle as things fall away, but to remember that they're only falling away to make new, or to make room for something new to come in, something better, the thing that you called in. So try to embrace your spontaneity a little bit. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. So, in this way, I think we're being shown that sometimes we stick ourselves back in the gilded cage by trying to put a name on our process. But really, there is no one way fits all answer to this awakening process. We all do it in our own time when we all have our own baggage that we need to learn how to deal with, and it's all different. So I think what we really need to do is start being a little bit more compassionate and maybe a little bit more spontaneous, and realizing that we're all just trying to persevere here and get to the other side that we see. And maybe there's a better way that we can help each other get there in order to reach our ultimate potential. It says, I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. So I think this is really saying that we really do sometimes get stuck in other people's visions of who we should be, and then we forget who we wanted to be in the first place. Today, really become in touch with who it is that you want to be, because with the end of the karmic cycle, the choice really is yours, because it won't be repeating again. So if you didn't learn the lesson this time, well, the finality of the next one could rock you a little bit. So make sure that you haven't pushed anything else under the rug, and if you have, you better pull it out real quick and deal with it, because when that karmic train does finally stop, which I'm getting the message that it is and has for a lot of us already, you're going to be left with whatever mess there is to clean up. So make it a good one. I would personally rather clean up a lot of flowers than a big pile of dog shit. Just saying. Make sure you're sticking to your processes here. So I think the message is pretty clear. deal with your swords. And if you don't, they're going to be presented to you in a way that you have no choice but to deal with it. I would rather do that voluntarily, I think, if I were you. So remember, be spontaneous today and persevere in your awakening. You are better than this devil. Because your ultimate potential is in this high priestess. Listen to your intuition. She will not lead you astray. So, for me and Life is a Magic Mom, or I should say, for me and Magic Mom Ministries, we love, appreciate, and support all of you. And I will be right back with our last episode in The Universe Has Your Back and day number 17 in our Soul Coaching series. Remember, because you're blessed, go out and be a blessing. And know you are every day in my life. I love you, everyone. I'll see you later.